Hi, it's Denise. Welcome to my home. Happy Valentine's Day, guys. I did a little reading about Valentine's Day, and did you know that there are 7 days in Valentine's Day that it's kind of a. I was going to have all of this up. But there are 7 days, and they all kind of represent a different thing. Um, I wanted to go over some things about Valentine's Day, and also I went to Habitat. So I'd like to show you what I got from him. Is that all right with you if we do the Habitat haul? Um, let's see. Let me get up. Valentine's Day. You know, my hands don't work real well. And I found these styluses for like 10 for 89 cents at Timu. And they're really, I use them all the time. Um, if you're interested in them, let me know and I'll give you the link. This poor little tablet. It doesn't, this is not my new one. I don't have that one up yet. Up and running. Come on. There's so much junk loading. I don't want that. I don't want that either. You know, when all of the notifications come up on my tablet, I can't get rid of them. They have to go through one by one. So I guess I need to learn how to do that. Okay, Valentine's Day. How are you? Valentine's Day is kind of a day that I haven't done much with for a long time because I just haven't. Um, and I thought, I'd like to find out where Valentine's Day came from. Valentine's Day. Valentines Day. Meaning. I guess in antiquity, when this was first, when Valentine's Day first happened, or when, they think that the incident happened that Valentine's Day was named after. I guess Valentine, from what the internet says, Valentine was a really popular name. So there are two different people, or maybe more, that they attribute Valentine's Day to. Um, it says the true history behind Valentine's Day and why we celebrate. Almost everyone swoons over a good love story, but the history of Valentine's Day is, well, not quite that at all. We all know February 14th is a day of gift giving, sweet treats, and romantic dinners, along with an abundance of Valentine's Day cards, of course. Maybe you also grew up making Valentine's Day crafts with your family or baking cookies for a classroom. Less familiar with why we celebrate the holiday of love in the first place. As with the history of Christmas, Valentine's Day's religious roots are sometimes sidelined in favor of more material interests. Perhaps it's not so surprising then that both holiday origin stories have found a few things in common. See, the way we celebrate Valentine's Day has transformed over time. The modern iteration of the holiday, with all its rosy hearts and kisses, has quite a bubbly feel compared to its original story, which is actually a bit bloody. You won't find the real story of Valentine's Day in your favorite romantic movies, not only because it's a bit darker than most Hollywood fare, but also because it's a bit of a mystery. Historians can't quite pinpoint the exact origin of the holiday, but they can trace how Valentine's Day traditions have evolved over time. Why does V-Day fall on the same day in February every year? When and why did it become associated with romantic love? And what's a Valentine anyway? These are the questions burning in our hearts, and we've gathered the facts and myths surrounding the story, and the final picture may surprise you. There's a call coming in, but I'm not going to answer it. What is the real story behind Valentine's Day? Valentine's Day wasn't always all cherubs and hearts. As you probably know, the day is named after Saint Valentine, but our story starts long before he came along. According to both the New York Times and History.com, the history's origin might stem from an ancient pagan festival of Lupercalia, which predated Christianity. Similar to the modern Valentine's Day, the Roman festival was to celebrate in the middle of February and involved feasting and pairing of partners. By the way, it's leap year this year, so we're going to find out about leap year too. However, unlike Valentine's Day, it was a bit of a raucous celebration filled with debauchery, blood, and sacrifice. For example, it was the tradition for the bride of a sacrifice goat, or the hide of a sacrifice goat, to be cut into strips and dipped in blood. Ugh. Then the priest would go around slapping women with the strips. The practice was supposedly welcomed, as it was believed to make women more fertile in the coming year. So you still have a red association with the holiday, but definitely not the one that we're used to today. Yikes. The theory goes that as Romans turned away from their pagan beliefs and embraced Christianity, the holiday evolved into one honoring St. Valentine. Lupercalia was eventually outlawed at the end of the 5th century, right around the time of Pope Gelasius. Pope Gelasius declared February 14th as St. Valentine's Day. Who was St. Valentine? The identity of St. Valentine is also up for debate. My mouth isn't working well. According to the NPR, Emperor Claudius II of Rome executed 2 different men named Valentine on February 14th in 2 different years during the 3rd century. One account of St. Valentine says that he was a priest who was arrested for defying a Roman decree that forbade soldiers from marrying. He was executed for the crime of continuing to wed lovers in secret. Another story contends that it was all to do with an imprisoned priest who fell in love with one of his visitors and began writing letters to her. According to History.com, the priest supposedly sent a woman a letter before his execution that he signed off, "From your Valentine." Both of these stories have romantic undertones and cannot officially be verified. All we can say is that Valentine's Day was named for a martyred St. Valentine. Why do we celebrate Valentine's Day today? Valentine's Day ultimately transformed into a holiday about romantic love, possibly thanks to the romantic English poet Geoffrey Chaucer. That's not interesting. Well, it could be to some people. I like the old stuff that says why it happened in the first place. By the mid-18th century, it was commonplace for friends and lovers to exchange small tokens and notes on Valentine's Day. In the 19th century, the Industrial Revolution helped make printed Valentine's Day cards the hot new thing. And Hallmark cards was born in 1913. And they began mass producing Valentines, and the world hasn't been the same since. In Greek mythology, Cupid is the Greek god of love named Eros. As for his origins, just like with many gods, these accounts vary. In some early stories, Eros is believed to be the son of Chaos and Nyx. Later versions of the mythology claim that he is the son of Aphrodite, goddess of love and beauty, by either Hermes, Ares, or Zeus. According to History.com, Eros was a handsome, winged immortal who played with the emotions of gods and men by using golden arrows to ignite love and leaden arrows to incite aversion. Sound familiar? Later, as the Romans interpreted Greek myths, Eros was renamed Cupid. You remember him? Which stems from the word desire. He was known to them as the child of Venus and Mars, the goddess of love and the god of war. But by the Hellenistic period, Roman art increasingly portrayed Cupid as a playful, mischievous pseudo-child angels who are nude, usually winged, and representative of pure love. That sounds more like Cupid than we know. Let's see. I want to read you the days of Valentine's Day, because each day is something else. Will you be my Valentine? I love you guys. Not Eros love, but I love you. And we can be each other's Valentine, okay? Oh, come on. Turn on. Are you dead? I think my tablet is kaflooey. I bought this tablet from Temu. You remember when I hauled it? And I still haven't gotten it up and running. I still have my old tablet that has zero memory, got stepped on, the screen is broken. But I guess I'm used to it. I will get my tablet up and running, because I think that it's going to have a lot of value up the road a piece. Yeah, it's like minus 5%. So, if y'all lived in this town, what would we do for Valentine's Day? Would we take each other out for lunch? I don't know. You see my heart earrings? Those are Temu. This dress is Temu. The sweater is not. The wig I hauled yesterday, day before, I don't remember. Well, I made a decision to go to Habitat this morning. As soon as my tablet has enough juice to tell you about the days of Valentine's Day, I'll tell you. I had no idea that there were different, like Hanukkah, there are different days. I don't mean to compare it with Hanukkah, because Hanukkah is a religious holiday that I would never belittle by any means. As a Christian, I find it very compelling to learn more about the holidays that, Jesus was a Jew, and he celebrated these holidays, and when they were all in view of him, and that's just kind of cool. I'd like to celebrate some of these holidays, and I guess they call them Messianic Jews, the people that have become Christians over the years, Jews that have come to know the Lord. And gosh, there's such a rich culture in that community, because they have a full knowledge of the Old Testament. And as Christians, many times we poo-poo the Old Testament, which is wrong, I think. Not that we're under the law, but it's important for us to know the law and to know why Jesus came. I can't get this undone. I spent $15 and like 40 cents. I didn't get a receipt this time. I was talking to a young man at Habitat who was checking me out, and bless his heart, he's 18 years old. His mother died when he was 13 and his father died when he was 15, and he's been on his own. And just the sweetest young man. He works there. And we got to talking, and I asked him about his parents, because I asked him when I went in, do you have a Valentine? And he said no. And I said, what about your mom? And he said no. And I thought, oh man, that either broke his heart or it opened the door for something here. And I talked to him as we were checking out, as I was checking out. When I said we, I guess I was thinking of me and God. And I asked him, I said, you know, I realize that I'm asking you a personal question. If you don't want to answer it, you don't have to. And I asked him, I said, where's your mom? And he said, she died. And I asked about his dad, and he said he had died too. And bless his heart, at 15 years old, he was sleeping on a bench. He never went into foster care. I just want to hug him. I want to bring him home and be his mommy. I don't mean that, you know. I could never replace his mom, but I want to mother him. I want him to feel that love. But most of all, I want him to feel the love of Jesus. And maybe that's why my heart is so moved for him. And I go in there often, so I will be going in. Ouch. And talking to him more. I asked him if he knew God, and he said he kind of does. So he has and I asked him, are you mad at him? And he said, no. I don't know if I could have said that I lost my brother, and my brother was my lifeboat buddy. I don't know that I was ever mad at God. I found myself angry at a lot of things, but not at God. And I didn't even really know him. Excuse me. I slurped. Well, I went in there and I found stacks of these baskets. Wow, there's 4. 4 for $1. These kind. And they have these plastic doodads on here. And I know that I can get them out. And then you put them on sideways and you can stack these things one on top of the other. You put them together on the edges. So you know, if one is good, all 8 of them were good. I bought 8 sets of them of 4. I thought there were only 3. And they were $1 for 4 of them. And they look brand new. They're not all torn up. They've been used in an office somewhere, but I do know that they can be put together and stacked to where you can have room for material, for crafting items. Gee, I don't have any craft stuff, do I? Anyhow, this was a great find, and I'm sure that I'll share them with my family because there's probably more than I can use. 25 cents a piece. Okay. What else did I find? I was watching him wrap my stuff, and he wrapped some of it with a crossword puzzle from the newspaper. I'm so excited about that. I don't get the newspaper. I don't think a lot of people do anymore. But I don't worry too much about torn paper. I do these in the crypto-quips. See, there's a crossword puzzle. And there's a crossword puzzle. Okay, I found this. And I love the lines of this. I don't even know what it is. It's just pretty. And look at the base of it. I'm going to paint it. And this will be, I'll be selling it. There was something at the top here. I can feel the edge. There was something. Maybe it was a candle holder. I don't know. But I'll figure out something to finish it off to make it look beautiful. And I paid $1.50 for this. But it was 10% off, so it was $1.35. It almost looks like a music treble clef. I like it. This, I think, is absolutely delightful. Look at that. Isn't that sweet? I know he didn't charge me $3.50 for it. I didn't even notice how much it was. I just really liked it. I saw something there that I didn't want to pay what they were asking for it. I took a picture of it and I could make one. So I'll show you that picture. Well, I can't. It's on the phone. I'll put it in the community page. But look at how detailed this is. And it's perfect. There's no cracks or chips. And it's got a little butterfly flying around. And the light shade has flowers on it. And it is for a tea light. It wouldn't be hard to wire this to be a lamp. I don't know if I'll do it, but I really, really like it. And you know, I'm looking at these things for resale, right? It needs a bath. I can do that. And I got this to take apart. It's a basket. I paid $1.50 for this. And the flowers are good. They're chrysanthemums. And I like the color. And it has the foam on the inside too that I can use. So I will be dissecting it. Or I paid $1.50 for this too. I may find a way just to decorate the basket and keep it the way it is. It really is pretty. What do you think? You think I should decorate the basket with like burlap ribbon, or find something else to do with the flowers? I need to get tubs to where I can put my finished stuff away in view of, and have them ready to transport when I get a booth at a craft bazaar. I'm really doing it. I can't believe it. I'm so excited. Okay. This was free, and it's numbered, and it's licensed. It's what's her name? She's a princess. It's Disney, and it has a number on it. Certificate of authenticity. Isn't she the princess on Aladdin? She was free. A little hacky sack. Free. And a miniature Barbie on a bicycle. She was free. And I have a toy in a box that hasn't been opened yet that I need to, it's in here too. I don't know where it is. Okay. Now, this I don't know how much I paid for. Probably 50 cents. It didn't have a tag on it. But it's a little candle holder with a candle that smells delightful. And I got this beautiful, this is really a good bucket. This is not a cheesy bucket. I don't know if it says where it was from. It's galvanized. Made in Mexico. But this will be a bucket that I do something very special with. The other buckets that I got at Dollar Tree, I'm almost done with one of them, and then I can show you what I did with it. And I'm going to do the other one so we could do it as a craft together. This was in this basket, which happens to be the apples, just like the it's enough. Hunter, no, it's like the candle holder. It has the little apples on it. I know it's not the hottest thing in the world to do apples anymore, but I think that they're still beautiful, and the emphasis is still there. People do apples all the time. I do apples. Anyway, the basket and the bucket together were $1. Not each, for both. Together. As one item. Well, here's the toy that wasn't opened. This is a little doll that has clothes, and she's a Barbie miniature. Oh my word, does she have little shoes? Oh, her shoes are painted on. I was thinking that maybe they were, but she hasn't even been opened. And I got her for free also. They have a lot of free stuff there. Okay. I got this mainly for the idea. I really like it. But these are dried flowers. And it wouldn't be hard to do, to make a set like this. It has the mat around, so it gives it the depth, the definition, and the flowers had been pressed. But it's in a nice frame that has the kick out here. I don't generally put pictures on tables because they get knocked down. My cats knock them down. I hang them on the wall. And then they still knock them down, but not quite as bad. I paid $1.50 for this. Do you remember a long time ago when I hauled these? I said that I was going to put them in frames for my kids, and I've never found the frames. I found 4 frames today that will accommodate these. It has a picture of Jesus and the cross with doves and the thorns and the drape hanging on the cross, Lion of Judah, and it says, I don't know if I can read this without crying, surrounded by your glory, what will my heart feel? Will I dance for you, Jesus, or in all of you be still? Awe of you. Will I stand in your presence, or to my knees will I fall? Will I sing hallelujah? Will I be able to speak at all? It's part of a song that was written fairly recently called I Can Only Imagine. And this speaks to me. It's beautiful art. And like I said, I bought 4 of these. I'm going to redo the frames. They're 2 of them are in here and 2 of them are still out in the car. But I bought these. It doesn't matter what the pictures are because I'm taking them out. But this is one of them. I like this frame, and I'll be just brushing this one. It's in good shape. I think they're done. That horrible person that was walking down the street is gone now. Anyhow, these are really nice frames. This one, the frame isn't damaged at all. So I'll be brushing it with some kind of a secondary color, a darker color, I think. Not obscuring what's already on there because it's pretty. It's like a green, it looks almost like concrete. And this happens to be a picture of the Grand Tetons. I think those are in Utah. Grand Teton National Park. Anyhow, it's absolutely stunning where it is. And I may save the picture and do something with that. But the frame is what I was after. I got this frame for $2. It was priced more than this. I think I told you the last time I was there when they did a lot of price adjusting that they had someone in there that, bless her heart, she was just trying to do the store good, but she overpriced things terribly. And there are a lot of us that had trouble buying things because they were so expensive. There's another picture back there like this for $15. They haven't caught it yet. So they lowered the price, and they're lowering the prices as they can. Now, this is Habitat. For all of you that are in the United States, there are Habitat restores everywhere. And the journey for Habitat is just amazing, and it really benefits a good cause. The Habitat stores are autonomous, and they help fund the Habitat project. And for anybody that doesn't know what Habitat is, I applied for Habitat when my kids were little, and we were going to go forward with it, and I ended up moving to the Midwest. What they do, what I would do if I was accepted for the program, and this is what they were doing, this is how they were doing it in 1993 anyway. When you apply to the program, you spend a year working on other people's houses. You donate your labor to work on other people's houses, and then other people donate their labor to work on your house. And the houses are done, you know, you have a mortgage, but they're way, way, way reduced. I think that you wind up paying for materials is what you wind up paying for. But it's a wonderful program, and people that wouldn't otherwise be able to have a home are able to get a home. And they also do refurbishing. Where I live, well, the town next to me in Anderson, there's a whole block of homes that they went in and completely refurbished. They were old homes, and those were Habitat homes also. Are they, you know, that's a program that they were refurbished on. So they do that as well. If in your community you're interested, get in touch with Habitat for Humanity. Find out more about them. And if it's something that you or a family member would be interested in, it's a wonderful program. And they have great resale stores. Okay, so that was this frame. I have another frame over here I can show you. It's pretty beat up, but I'll be painting the frame. And the picture is of no consequence to me because I'm taking it out anyway. Okay. Okay, I'm getting a few things out here. These are pajama pants. And I got them for Peyton. I'm going to go ahead and wash them in a bleach wash so that they'll brighten up a little bit. But they're Minnie Mouse. They smell really good. I know they've been washed, but I think a bleach rinse would help to brighten up the colors. And I found a second pair that if she doesn't like them, I do, and I can wear them. They've got hearts all over them. Gee whiz, it's Valentine's Day. All the time. They feel so soft. Oh, I love it. Now these I found for the girls. I paid 50 cents a piece for these. And they're headbands. This is from the Great Wolf Lodge. It's in, I want to say, Kentucky. They went there. And my granddaughter, Katie, oh shoot, she's my daughter. Maddie loves wolves. And this is who this is for. And she's been there, so it'll be a double blessing for her. I'm sure that she'll really enjoy these. She's 11. She's still a kid. And then this one is for Josie. And it's got Easter bunnies on it. They're brand new. And you know, they're really nice. They're not dollar store things, although dollar store probably has similar stuff, but these are very well made. 50 cents. I found fabric. I really like fabric. You can do so much with it. This is I don't know that it's hand woven. It looks hand woven. And I think it's so, so pretty. They're remnants. It looks like somebody took and cut something off of something else. And what my thought was is to frame it, you know, to use this in frames to make wall decorations or otherwise, you know, I don't know yet. But they're two really nice size pieces. And don't you just love the pattern? and it's got texture. It just looks hand woven to me. Can you see the texture? All of that is textured. And if I hadn't found the trays, I wouldn't have anything to put my fabric in. Great, great find. There's a little more of this fabric in there. I don't know. I think she kind of cut apart clothes or something. No, this was a curtain. It has the pocket. So it's curtain material. I love the patterns. I love plaids and interest and stuff. There'll be a lot to do with it. And here's a whole packet of fabrics. I think I paid $1.50 for all the scraps. I'll just pull this into a knot. I'm going to cut the tag off, and then maybe I could save the... This must have been a double knot. I know, I've got to save everything, don't I? Well, I probably will too. I'll be able to get the knot out later. I want to show you the different fabrics that I found. They're really pretty. If you're a quilter or, you know, doing, I don't know that I would do quilting. I might, but right now that's not my focus. I'll untie that later. There's a piece of furry fabric. I can make Josie's baby, one of Josie's babies, something with this. It almost is shaped like a diaper. Now here's another piece of fabric from that one, the same plaid. An original copyright design by Suavell. Look at this. Isn't that beautiful? It looks like a squally sky. You could almost make fabric paintings. That's a really good idea. This is probably off of a curtain as well. It has the lining still on it. Or maybe they put this on. Yeah, it looks like somebody sewed it together. They were going to make something. But that's a pretty print. I like that print. The white, not so much, but you know. That's okay. I just got everything picked up and we're doing it again. And there's some solid fabrics. There's red and yellow and brown and burgundy. This kind of looks like what might be going on. And now this is a really nice size piece. It's a yard. And it's pretty wide. It's 45 wide and a yard of fabric. And it looks like a cotton polyester. That's a nice size piece. Here's some beige. This is very soft fabric. And more red. I thought this was really interesting. It's probably upholstery fabric. But look at those. Oh, I know what I could use these for. Do you remember the tiled trivet like things that I got? One says blessings and the other one says gratitude on it. These are the colors, and I could cut these starbursts out and then mount the thing on there in a frame. I already knew I was going to put them in a frame, but I didn't know what I was going to put behind them. Now I do. This is an interesting fabric too. It has feathers on it. And then this is almost a fabric that you could match with it. I think that she probably was quilting. Look at these fabrics there. They have the same colors. That's pretty. More of the off-white. I am just so impressed if you're still here. I'd be making the video anyway, even if it was just one of you that was watching. I've thought of taking the phone in with me, but I'd eliminate my opportunity to talk to people. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. God shows me people to talk to, and it's... I found another bra. I know that's probably not of great interest to everyone. I'm not sure. It's made by Vanity Fair. It's a nice bra. And I think it's big. I think I'm probably not going to be able to wear it. But we're going to try. It's kind of pretty in the front. For the longest time, I had terrible time finding bras that would fit. And recently, actually, at Habitat, I found bras that, you know, someone paid a lot of money for these bras. Vanity Fair, maybe not so much, but some of the other ones that I've gotten are just made so well, and they fit me so well. And finding a bra, because my body is twisted, finding a bra that stays down, that doesn't ride up a lot, is just an unknown factor for me. So I am so grateful. And $1. Okay, here's another piece of fabric that I found. This is a half a yard, 50 cents. And this is another fabric that I saw that I liked so well. It says it's a half a yard. Look at the print on that. That's so interesting. Once again, it looks like this was something else because it's already pre-hemmed. Maybe it was curtains. It almost looks like a valance. And there's more than a half a yard in here. This is a yard, and it's overlapping on this side and overlapping on this side too. So it's 2 yards. Of course, it's narrow, but that's okay. You can still do a lot with it. Hi, what are you doing? Did I tell you lately how much I love you? Your support, your love and support means so much to me. I'd get you a cup of coffee. I can't just send it through the phone. Now, I found 2 blouses, and they're larges. I think that I had to get them. They're made so differently than anything I've ever owned. If they call these batwing sleeves, I don't know. They're like raglandy sleeves. And they have a cuff. I don't know where it would fall. I haven't tried them on or anything. But it's made by Umji. And they're made in China. And these are cotton, I'm sure. Let's see. I found 2 blouses. I really need clothes, you know. I walk around half naked because I have no clothes. Not. But when I see something really pretty, I still get it. I've donated a lot of clothes. Where's the content? It's 100% cotton. And there's just so much interest on this. It's got like a, what would you call this? A flare at the bottom. So when you, let me show you. Can you see? And then the bottom has the flare. I think this is going to be really pretty on. I wouldn't necessarily gravitate towards this color, but I think I can wear it. It's kind of a avocado, light avocado green. I'll have to put this on and wear it when we do one of the videos so you can see it. The other one isn't as unusual. It's pretty though. $1. The women's clothes are $1. The children's clothes are 50 cents. And they have men's and little boys too, you know, little boys, little girls. I don't have any little boys here. And if I had Katie's kids with me, I would know what to get for them. Now this one also is a large. And it's also an MG. No, it's not. I'm sorry. It's easel. E-A-S-E-L. Made in China. I'll show you in just a second here. Ooh, this is so soft. %65 polyester. 35% rayon. Well, now how does that work? The contrast is 100% polyester. So I suppose what they're talking about with the contrast would be the lace. I don't know. But isn't that pretty? Once again, it's that avocado greenish. It has, in the front you don't see it as much because it has the interest at the bust. But below that is a gathering. It has the ties, and in the back, these are really well-made clothes, and new. I could never have afforded these. Never in a million years. Because new, they would have been, I could have spent $100 on these tops. Not each, probably, but I wouldn't doubt if they were $50 a piece. Just looking at the fabric and the way they're made and everything. Now, I enjoy Temu clothing. I enjoy flippy floppy, hobo type clothing. Boho. I said hobo, didn't I? Boho would be bohemian, or what we used to wear when we were kids. Some people still wear them like me. If I find them, I wear them. This is very soft. It'll be very comfortable. What else is in here? Oh, one other thing. I found a bear. And it's a carved bear. He was 50 cents. And you know, I have to do a little more research on it. But I think he's made out of wood and that he is carved. If I Google him, I may be able to find out. But he's really, he has the hump on his back, so he's probably a grizzly bear. I don't think brown bears have a hump on their back. I think the grizzlies do. But look at his face. Everything is pretty detailed. Whoever made it was very talented. Let me see here. Come on, tablet, wake up. I don't like it that they turn the contrast down all the time, because I can't see. Uh, 7 days of Valentine's Day. That's what I'm going to look for. If I can quit clicking out of the my stylus. Okay, let's see what we got here. Oh my goodness. It doesn't want to. Where do I send it? Oh my goodness. I really think that this tablet is about ready to be put to bed permanently. Anyhow, let's try one more time and then I'll quit. I don't like the way that sounds. I don't like to be a quitter. Seven. Days. Oh gosh, come on now. Can't see where the poop. Bear with me, please. It's kind of like the 12 Days of Christmas, except it's Valentine's Day. Today is the beginning of Lent, too. Did you know that? It's Ash Wednesday. The Okay, let's see if I can do this without erasing it. There are 7 days dedicated to celebration of love before Valentine's Day. It starts from February 7th. These 7 days of love are Rose Day. That was the first day. Then the next day is Prosperity Day. The third day is Chocolate Day. The fourth day is Teddy Day. The fifth day is Promise Day. The sixth day is Hug Day. And the seventh day is Hug and Kiss Day. Is the last one. So Valentine's Day, I've gotten lots of different things associated with it. And, you know, I thought about it because I thought, you know, you don't celebrate Valentine's Day. Why do you think anybody else would be interested? And I think that it's not a matter of whether or not you celebrate it. It's just that knowledge, you know, getting a little bit more knowledge, and it's interesting. So if I've offended any of you by bringing this up, I'm sorry. It's one day of the year, and it's a day that we can talk together. And I honor this day and cherish this day because of being able to make a video and with the things that I've shared with you. So if you have a habitat in your area and you have the ability to or want to learn more about it, you certainly can. And if you like the content, we do lots of different things here. Habitat hauls happen once a week. If I can stay under $20 a week, that's awesome, don't you think? $15 and change for all of this that I was able to pick up from Habitat. And they all have a home. I know what I'm doing with them. So if you like the content and you'd like to stick around, please do. I would invite you to subscribe. I would invite you to like our channel and become part of us. Your comments mean so much to me. Please comment. And I will be seeing you probably tomorrow with something. I love you all. And until next time, bye-bye.